G'day and welcome to the Clayton Festival. My name is Alice Zaslavsky, proud first-generation Australian from the former Soviet Union and author of In Praise of Veg. Today I'm here with some residents of the Clayton area and we will be sharing recipes from all around the world as part of the launch of the Flavours of Monash cookbook. I begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land from which I'm coming to you, the lands known as Monash, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. Our first cook today, Pamela Chan, has a surname that may be familiar to anyone that's a MasterChef fan because her sister Diana actually won the show. And I could say that Pamela has big shoes to fill, but as big sister and as a chef herself, I feel like it's Diana whose shoes you are, who's filling your shoes, your big shoes. So,
thank you.
Now, Pam, you're going to be showing us a dish from your culture.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk us through it? Look at these incredible colours.
It's called nasi ulam, which is a traditional Nyonya dish. It's from our heritage. It's a Peranakan heritage in Malaysia. So Nyonya cooking basically uses a lot of fresh ingredients, as you can see. So a lot of the herbs I bought from locally from Springfield Market, or I have grown them. So like things like this, I've grown them from the backyard.
Incredible.
And turmeric leaves, you can't get it anywhere else unless you grow it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, so nasi ulam, basically, nasi means rice. So rice, and it's all finely chiffonade herbs that's mixed through with a karisek, which is basically a dried shrimp with toasted coconut and salted fish. So it's like an umami.
Beautiful.
Of
an umami bomb.
Yeah, umami bomb in a rice salad.
Yeah, and umami is a word that's used more and more. But for people that are new to the word, how would you describe it? I think of it as like savory.
Yeah, it's like, so basically when something hits your mouth, you taste it, you go, oh, it's salty, sweet, sour. Oh, all that flavors is just a explosion.
Absolutely, yeah.
That
it's
balance
very satisfying as a flavour. So
full palate.
Yeah, and the thing that's satisfying to me about this dish is that most of this stuff you can buy in the local area and you're just assembling it together.
Correct. It's great for summer.
Yes.
To be honest. So once we assemble this dish, I'm going to garnish with a bit of cooked prawns.
Oh, beautiful.
Lime, and that's it, and just eat it like that. You can have it with fried chicken, grilled chicken, whatever you want.
Delicious.
So
delicious.
It's beautiful. So let's start.
Okay, because I know we've got a lot to do.
Yes.
And while we do it, I'd love you to tell us more about Nyonya.
Oh, Nyonya cooking. For sure.
Yes.
For sure. But basically, before we start, first important thing is to cook your rice and to cool it.
Yes. Did I smell something in that rice? Did you cook it with pandan leaf?
No, you know what?
What did you do?
The best rice to use is jasmine rice.
Okay, jasmine, because it's so aromatic.
Fragrant rice.
Fragrant.
Yeah.
Have you got a favourite jasmine rice brand? Everybody does.
My husband bought it, so I always go like...
Call out. What colour is it?
Coconut.
Coconut, okay.
So get coconut brand.
Okay, coconut brand. Look out for that. That's good. Probably also from the Springvale market. So I'm assuming, yes.
Any Asian grocers over there.
Good.
So what we will start off with is we can start while we're slicing. Then I can just explain.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Could you slice onions?
I can slice onions too. Yeah, so we've got some little French shallots or echallots.
Yeah, shallots. Or they call small, I don't know, medium shallot. But they can go smaller, but it's up to you. So finely slice it.
Yes.
And then into this bowl, which I've already mixed.
Beautiful.
With some of this karisek, which is I've tossed it in, so it's your umami already. And then I will go ahead with some lemongrass. So basically, my family heritage, Malaysian, is it's Peranakan Nyonya Baba. So Peranakan means Asian. Those Chinese merchants that came down from China, 15th, 16th century ago to Malaysia. And they were all merchants, and they settled in Malaysia. And they settled in like Penang, Malacca, and Singapore. And they, they sort of like, how to say,
They assimilate.
Assimilate, yes. Assimilate with the locals. So they marry local Malays, and then they form this own culture, which is called Peranakan. And Peranakan is like a fusion of Chinese and Malay cooking.
Yep.
So you get all these flavors from even if you go to Indonesia. So we are very similar. So, and in our family, we are pure Nyonya. Nyonya is a term for ladies, and Baba is a term for a male Peranakan. So Nyonya is like a lady Peranakan. So yeah. So I'm generation, I don't know, 10.
Yeah, wow. Amazing.
Yeah, so in mom, when I was small, mom used to say, hey, you know, come to the kitchen and slice, cut, pound sambal belacan, or make, you know,
I like that you
curry
set me
pasties.
on the onion. I'm just going to spend the whole time trying not to let my mascara run. So thanks a lot. But that's cool. Tell us more about your culture. Just you're going to have to take this ring to Mordor.
All right. I know it's a bit fumey.
It is so fumey, but so flavoursome as well.
So we can stop with onions now. We don't want to kill anyone because it's very gassy, and we will hide the onions away.
I'm really emotional learning about your family history. That's what it is.
That's how Diana cook. You know, she's very emotional.
Very emotional. See, the sledging's already happening. The sister rivalry. But I feel like, you know, when you're very proud of what Diana's achieved.
Yeah, she's good. And since young, she's always loved cooking as well. So both of us have always been summoned to the kitchen to do traditional food.
Yeah, which is why it feels like it's just second nature to you.
Exactly. So this is very special. It is called torch ginger flower.
Yes.
Smell it. It is very fragrant. Yeah.
Did you grow this?
No, unfortunately, I love to grow this, but I can't.
Yes.
It's very colorful. Okay, so
people don't realize this is actually the flower of the ginger.
Yeah.
So this is what you know, if you're wondering why people call it ginger, the flower is the fiery bit. Look, isn't it stunning?
Yes. So basically, you can find this in laksa. People who Assam laksa is as a garnish, and it's very, very nice. I'm addicted to it.
Yes.
So I'll give you something less pungent.
Thank you. So I'm going to finally slice this.
Yes, just like this.
Okay.
And
she's already done it, but she's going to make me do more.
a little bit.
I'm tasting it for everybody. The flavour is very mildly gingery. But more so very fragrant, very fragrant.
But you see the color is amazing in like even laksa.
Beautiful. And do you start from, when you slice it, do you start from the petal end or the root end?
You can go in with, I just go like this.
Yes, okay, good. So petal end for
petal
anyone
end.
doing this at home.
Yeah. And then I will slice, I'll put that in here since you're doing that. So basically it's a mix of everything in here.
And this doesn't feel like it's fresh. Do they cook it?
Unfortunately, in the grocer, it's frozen.
It's frozen. Okay. But it's still, you know, it's because it doesn't grow very well here. Is that right?
I can't find it. I can't find I don't know where to get the stalk or the root, or I really don't know. I'm trying.
Yeah.
If I can, I'll let you know.
Yeah, because I feel like you're very determined. You know, you mentioned before that you're the one that grew the turmeric.
So I basically took this and shove it into a pot. Because my mom does it. Because at home, we grow our own herbs. So my mom said, just shove it into a pot, put it somewhere sunny, and it will grow.
And so how sunny does it have to be? Are you
a
just
lot of sun. Morning sun.
Yeah, okay.
Morning sun. And lots of water. And it will grow into leaves like this. And this you can put into rendang.
Ooh.
Yeah, curry or any fish dish. And it's really, really nice.
Amazing.
So, all in there.
Nice.
Okay. And then to this, I'll add some turmeric as well, which I've already sliced, but...
Is this your turmeric that you grow? No. Okay, so you bought some because it's very fresh, very young looking turmeric.
Yeah, it is. As I say, Springvale Market is amazing to get almost everything.
Gorgeous.
Really, Southeast Asian, no problem. So turmeric in there, and then, I'm done with that, I'll give you this amazing leaf. Have you tried this?
Of course I
Beetle?
have.
Yeah.
Beetle leaf, love it.
They're amazing. So what I've done, I find the chiffonade. Yeah, so it's here.
Yep.
But you can do a little bit if you want. Oh my God, sorry if you're doing all the
No,
shopping.
well, that's cool. I know what my job is here. But actually, you know, I also want to introduce people because, you know, I've been fortunate enough to taste these beetle leaves, but you might not have seen them before. So beetle leaves do actually grow in Australia up north. Yeah. And beetle nuts are eaten traditionally. So,
Yes, they chew on it.
Yeah. And perilla. So beetle is perilla?
Yeah,
yes. Good. And the flavour.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So,
and you can grill it as well. It's amazing.
Yeah, so often you'll see it in restaurants. You know, you'll pay $25 for a beetle leaf with a little bit of a tartare on it or something, you know, just a few little bits and bobs.
So yum.
And when you say you grill it, so how would you do that?
So the Vietnamese one is called the grilled pork beetle leaf. So I think they put like the minced pork in here and then they just like roll it like this.
Like a dumpling?
Yeah. I tried it before, it's really cool. And then you just grill it like cigarillos. Yeah. It's really nice for like finger food.
Love it.
Yeah. So I've added in some lemongrass.
Love it. That fancy word that Pam said before, chiffonade, it just basically means a fine slice.
Yes.
And you can see what I did to make it easier for me to fine slice, because I'm not a chef, is I kind of rolled it into a cigarillo shape, I suppose, and then that makes it much easier to you know, slice together.
Correct. And then I will add some chilies in here as well.
Great.
Which is, so to remove the heat, I just slice it in half.
I should tell you, Pam,
Yeah?
you have 13 minutes to go.
Oh, okay. Stop talking, more cooking.
More cooking, less talking.
All right, so I'm gonna slice the chili, just remove the seeds like so, and then slice it.
And so Nyonya, like obviously, so Peranakan cuisine has elements of Chinese cuisine to it.
Yes.
What has been borrowed from Chinese cuisine? Into
Okay, so you know we still use like soy sauce and stuff like that. So, and we use fermented beans. We use black ketchup or black soy sauce. So we use salted fish as well. So I mean, all of that you can find in similarities in a Chinese cooking.
Totally.
And what Nyonya cooking is we use a lot of herbs. So it's like a fusion of herbs and soy sauce, you know, and it's just mixed together. And of course, chili.
Yes. So you've got all the strong flavors and sauces of Chinese cuisine.
Correct.
Mixed with the freshness of Malaysian cuisine into something that is
new and more exciting.
And you will find Nyonya cuisine and Peranakan cuisine restaurants in town.
Some do, some don't though, because it's very specialized. Like this dish for sure, you cannot get it anywhere else except if you cook it.
Yes. Okay. So this is very much a home dish.
Yes.
Yeah.
So some people have asked me to make it, so I've been doing it.
Yeah.
And I normally have it with fried chicken. So I just tell them, like, I've basically sliced some galangal. This is basically this.
Yes.
It's,
this is galangal.
Yeah.
Looks a bit like ginger, but
it's not.
Much woodier.
Yeah, and very fragrant.
Yes. So what are some tips for handling this at home?
Well, basically you should be buying one that are pink, so it's easier to just use. You peel it off, and then you peel off the skin, and then slice it like in a disc, and then we will just finally julienne it. Yep, like that.
And very fragrant, got a woodier aroma, I suppose, than a flower, but still very floral.
Like this, you can smell it.
Yeah. It's really, and this, so galangal, you can't have tom yum without it.
Yes, exactly. So finally julienne, like the matchstick. Yeah. Okay, so all into the bowl over there. The next thing that I will add is this finely shredded cafe lime leaf.
Beautiful.
So it's basically, you can get it from Springville Market as well. All I did was to get to a chiffonade is to, like what you say, roll it up. And then you finally slice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just like that. That's it. And just sprinkle.
Delish.
which is this over
And
here.
don't worry, we can chill now because we've still got 10 minutes and it's just
Okay.
a salad, so we're
All
good.
right.
Now we can talk. So marquet lime or kaffir lime is a lime that is used for its leaves but also for its zest.
Correct.
Which one, do you use the juice and the
You
zest
can.
and the leaves for your cuisine?
My
or-
mom uses it as well, both. So she does use like tom yum or any fish dish. It's up to you if you want to use it. And you can also use like, this is not the kaffir, the lime, but you can use the zest. Yeah. It's very fragrant. And some people can grow it as well, but I don't have the stock. So.
Not yet.
Yeah. So anyway, this is turmeric leaf, which I finely chiffoned out. So this dish is basically everything is finely sliced.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is that one of that.
Turmeric leaf. I've never tasted turmeric leaf, so I'm going to do
get
this
it.
for you. You can't get it. You can't get it in the shops. Thank you for growing this for us. I just really want to taste the. I'm going to tell you what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Tastes like turmeric
Yep.
with like a lettuce vibe.
Ooh.
So it's like a fresher, much milder because turmeric can be quite.
Correct.
Especially when it's older, it can be quite
Strong.
pungent.
Yeah. Yes.
But this is
like burning.
burning. But this is not burning. This is very
fresh.
super fresh. Yeah. This is so special. Oh, and the texture of the leaves as well.
Yes.
It's quite
like waxy.
Yeah, really waxy. Exactly.
So normally it only grows in the hot season, So I only have a window of opportunity for summer and autumn, and then the plant just go dormant. So you have to harvest the leaf and you can freeze it.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you want it, then you just like thaw it and then use it.
Too easy. Okay. And you want this chiffonade as well?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You know, I've already got some just to show that.
I don't want to waste your turmeric leaves.
No,
I don't know.
with you. So you can show it. I'll just take one and then
I'll take one, and then you
then
take this because you can.
Yeah.
This is
Freeze
like
it. Gold. Liquid gold.
That's right. Yeah. Pun intended.
Yeah. So we've basically got quite a lot of the herbs here, the ulam, which is all the finely shredded herbs. Especially this is so delicious. And to that, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Season your food.
So ulam means herbs.
Yes.
Okay. Nasi rice.
Yeah.
Ulam herbs. Lemak chicken. Fat. So fat rice is what nasi lemak is.
Yes.
Okay, see, I love this. This is exactly what this whole conversation is about. This is exactly what this Flavours of Monash is about, because some of these dishes we've tasted, we've seen on menus, but to know the actual origin of the dish is from
Malaysia.
Straight from the
sauce.
Chan's mouth, straight from the sauce, exactly.
Yeah. So this is the umami thing I was talking about, the coconut with the dried shrimp, and which I toasted it before. And all you have to just add it in, and with your clean hands you can give it a bit of a toss if you want. Or I can do it, doesn't matter.
Yes, please.
Okay, so you just want to toss it around.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Do you want to move it?
Yeah, sure. So you want to get all of that in.
Lovely. This seems like something very relaxing to do.
Therapeutic?
Yeah, very therapeutic. Is this done for traditional kind of holidays, or is it?
You know what? My mom, from young, we eat this all the time. And depends on my mom's mood, we will eat it. Could you just lastly, since I've got fingers, just all these herbs here, just a little bit, just finely,
certainly,
just a rough chop, and then we will add that in.
No worries.
Thank you so much.
So there's Thai basil in here.
Yes, Vietnamese mint, which I've grown from my backyard. So basically, the Vietnamese mint story.
Yes,
I went to eat pho in a Vietnamese restaurant, and they used to serve the stalks, right? So I took it back and I soaked it in water. And I grow it.
Oh my God. So your mum's growing of herbs from on the balcony at home.
Correct. Pots. Even my dad does it as well.
Yeah.
Here, and he grows banana, papaya.
The aroma on these herbs is phenomenal. And it does make a big difference when you grow your own. So I'm going to do this from a height.
Ooh.
And if you want to move away from the camera, there we go. Let's do it. B-cam, take it.
Yeah. Nice.
Herb Bay, we call that.
Oh, nice. Herb Bay, that's new.
Okay.
So basically now it's ready to be plate up.
Okay.
All right.
And so there's no sort of saucy seasoning. No.
We have sambal belacan.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like a dry season, I suppose.
So sambal belacan is
yes.
it's basically pounded chili.
Yes.
With toasted
Shrimp paste.
Shrimp paste.
Yes.
So this you can get it in Asian grocery. So I toasted it on a pan and then I put it into, I used to do it molten pestle,
Yes.
so you just pound it, But I just put it into a blitzer and then you get that. So that, I don't want to kill anyone.
No, so that's like off to the side as an option.
So I will we can move the chopping board down maybe and then we can start plating up. Basically.
Let's do it. Now that belacan, so Audra was on my season of MasterChef. Audra McDonald, and she, her background is Singaporean Malay.
Very similar.
And so anytime she cooked anything, you knew, you're so far away because belacan has such a strong shrimp paste has such a strong aroma.
Correct.
It's an acquired aroma.
It's an acquired aroma.
Taste.
I think you should have a very understanding neighbor.
Yes. But I'm assuming that in Malaysia that smell is very normal. That's right. Yeah.
You can get it anywhere. Like it comes out of every window.
Yeah. It comes out of your pores. Yeah. Which it's like the seasoning, right? It's like the salt element and the umami as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've got like fresh banana leaf from Springvale because in my family and in Diana as well, we like to lay our plates with a bit of banana leaf because it looks good.
It looks beautiful.
And it gives out aroma as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So then we can put the prawns on.
Okay. I'll let you do the arranging.
So we garnish it with lovely, I think it's a tiger prawns
They're gorgeous,
and I just poached it.
Oof.
That's it.
What a beautiful dish.
Yeah, and then we can go a little bit more of the kaffir lime leaf, if you want. A little bit of the chili, just to give color. Yeah. And then some wedges of lime.
And it's very considerate of you to leave the belacan chili mix sambal,
but
to the side.
Yes.
I'll have
a little bit. But that's what I normally do is I normally put it like that. So it's up to you.
Yep.
If when you scoop it, you will either take some or don't. It's up to you. But
So let's compare and contrast. So this is how it looks in the book. There you go. In the book, which is available through the City of Clayton. That's how it looks. And that is how Pam and I have done it. Well, I have distracted her all that time and you still managed to plate it up so beautifully.
Thank you.
It's just such a joy and a pleasure to see your food and to share these flavours with you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
So here, if you need to try.
I would love to try. So a little bit of the sambal.
Yep. I'll squeeze a bit
of lime. Okay. And I'll take one of these prawns.
Yeah, of course.
And all together.
Yes.
Here we go. This is on my script, Alice, to taste the dish.
I hope you like it.
I love it. Okay.
Speechless.
I am speechless. Okay. So complete. It's got such a gorgeous balance, which is no surprise because you've got the the acidity with the lime. You've got the makro or kaffir lime. You've got
all of this bitter leaf.
All of the different bits coming together.
Yeah.
This is such a special dish.
Thank you.
And I'm not surprised actually that they don't make this in restaurants because all of these little elements need to be really done quite soon, quite close to when you actually serve it.
À la minute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, which means that whoever makes this for you really must enjoy your company and appreciate you. So your mother teaching you to make this and cooking this for you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
Thank you, Alice.
And with all of us, hopefully you enjoyed that. We've got plenty more to come, but for now, I've got some of this nasi ulam to get in and around.
Yes.
And I have to say as well, the sambal is not as spicy as I expected.
Oh, really?
No, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Have more.
Yes, great. I will.
Thank you so much.
Brilliant. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the Clayton Festival, Flavours of Monash. I am here with one of the illustrious cooks behind the Flavours of Monash cookbook, Helen Wu, who is going to share with us how to make traditional spring rolls, which are one of my favourite snacks when it comes to yum cha. So I'm so excited, so excited, Helen.
Okay.
Now, spring rolls are something that's a celebratory food, and they're called spring rolls for a reason.
Yeah, because traditional Chinese celebration Chinese New Year is start the spring season.
Yes.
So this why called spring rolls.
Spring rolls.
Yeah.
And the traditional ingredients that go in the spring rolls
That's right.
are spring ingredients.
That's right. So, but you know, in China, quite a large area. So different area got different ingredients. So this why in Australia, where I can popular find today, I want to introduce this one is Chinese cabbage and with carrots and mushroom. And if you vegetarian, you cannot without meat. If you want to put in meat, chicken meat, pork meat is okay, fine.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And because you've got the shiitake mushrooms here,
That's
they're very
right.
meaty.
Yeah.
And have you soaked them? What have you done?
Soak them and look, now is very soft and ready to cooking.
Perfect. Good. Okay, so we've got the soaked, so refreshed shiitake mushrooms.
Pork meat, I already sliced.
Yep.
And Chinese cabbage, I already wash. And this one just put it together, put on a slice.
I won't distract you because that's a big knife and a lot of cabbage.
Yeah, that's all right.
But wombok is the traditional Chinese cabbage.
Yes.
And it is such a delicious flavour. Sweet, tender, very tender cabbage.
Yes, this one little bit sweeter than cabbage.
Yes, definitely.
And soft. Another cabbage, little bit hard. This one maybe more soft.
Yes.
Okay. With the carrots still sliced. We are sliced and with the mushrooms.
All the same size, all the same thickness of
Yes, you can see. And so after everything sliced will be cooking in with the wok.
Okay.
Fried.
The smell of the shiitake, I've got to say, is one of my favourite ingredients of any cooking, but particularly Chinese cooking. It's so familiar to me because you find it in stir fries, in fillings of dumplings or fried goods like spring rolls. What's your favourite dish aside from spring rolls? What's your favourite way to eat shiitake mushrooms?
This one in China use lots of cooking way in use the mushrooms.
Yes.
And special for the cook bean coat.
Yes.
And like another Chinese name called kof, which means use the bean coat and steam. And inside, if you like, next time I cook it.
Oh, yes, please. So steamed bean curd with shiitake mushrooms. That sounds like a very good vegetarian, vegan option. But, you know, I'm salivating just at the aromas already. So, can't wait.
Okay. This one, mushroom, and everyone will be sliced.
Yep.
Okay. Then we are cooking with fried and put it together. First cooking veggies, and separate cooking the meat and put it together. And this one salt, little bit of sugar, and this one in the meat cooking meat. I put in little bit of.
Is that pepper?
Pepper, yes, pepper powder, and with a little bit of soy sauce. This one is starch. After put the cooking ready, you put in little bit of starch with the water, make a little bit thick.
Yep.
then keep cool, then make a filling all down.
I love it. So the cornstarch thickens the mix together, and when you've let that cool, the cornstarch will thicken it even more, which means it's very easy to bind.
Yes,
Good.
that's right.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And this one already cooked.
Love it. Looks soft, sweet, everything. You can still see the individual ingredients. That's
right.
very important as well. But that means really that all you're doing is you're frying it until the pastry is nice and crispy, but you're not really cooking the inside because it's already cooked.
Yeah, this one already cooked inside the filling.
Perfect.
So that's why we can make a spring roll.
Okay. So
This
I
one,
feel like you're making a bit of
this one spring roll
yes.
pastry.
Uh-huh.
Okay. This one is just a simple by every supermarket. Then,
I saw you had a little. You've got the wrapper. I'd love to see.
Okay. Yeah.
It's probably gone in the bin, but is there a color of the wrapper that we're looking for? Any brand?
Anyone, because any product with a spring roll pastry is good for you're doing. Okay, so just a size different. Someone is they are called bigger size, little bit size, just a couple centimeter big, and some packet 30 sheets inside. Some is 20, and special got a small one. You still can do like a finger food.
Yeah.
You use a small one.
Uh-huh.
This one is my best sheets.
Yeah,
So,
and perfect for lunch boxes, the little ones, aren't they?
yeah, sometimes kids like.
Yeah, kids love them. And I saw, Helen, you put this in the microwave.
Now this one, because when you buy in here, any pastry is frozen. If you want to quickly, just 20 seconds or something, put in microwave.
Perfect.
Easy to just lay him, and they are little soft. Easy we peel off.
Love it. Okay, because otherwise you'll rip them all, won't you?
Anyway, if you got time, just first put on side. Room temperature will be fine, but take time.
Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that. So put it in the microwave, 20 seconds, you're good.
Yeah.
Let's do
okay.
it.
After we are doing the spring roll.
Okay. We're going to do it. So Helen's realised she's forgotten a spoon to do the spring rolls. And so I'm just going to stall. But what you can see in terms of the texture of the pastry, if I had to compare it to any other kind, I would almost say it's like a brick pastry, I suppose. So it's going to have that sort of flaky tear to it. I love that anything in pastry that's deep fried is always going to taste good. Helen is going to use chopsticks to put the mix in. Which is,
because Chinese good use chopsticks.
Because she's a pro, and I love that you've got two sized chopsticks.
Yeah, this one Chinese chopstick. Look, use a finger. Okay, because I started very young. Okay, then just this one pastry already sliced. Okay, just take a little bit, put in the corner. Okay, like that.
Perfect. And the chopsticks are good because actually you can be really precise with them, right?
That's right.
Yeah, every little bit.
Put on the corner together, roll, and I like to
leave a little bit of space.
Yes.
Yep.
And go another way.
Cool.
Then roll up. So this why you see this one spring roll is like a pillow.
That's beautiful. Okay, now let's do that again 20 times.
Yeah, okay.
You've got 10 minutes to do that. And
this one, you can put a little bit starch on the top, will be easy to stick.
Like a glue.
This one,
Genius.
This one will be easy to cooking because no pull.
Yes, won't fall apart. Yes.
Okay, we are do that again.
Yes.
Okay, take a little bit one, filling in the inside. Okay.
The mix smells so good. As the wombok cooks, it becomes sweeter again, doesn't it?
That's
really,
right.
Soft and
you
fresh.
can put in when you like inside. Okay. Go.
I saw leek was an option in your recipe in the book as well. Putting some Chinese leek or spring onion.
Spring onion, or if you like, you can put in some prawn. prawn meat. Because someone, or you can, if you like is a vegetarian, you can take off the meat, keep change for some like bean curd or some like this stuff.
And if you use bean curd in the spring roll, are you looking for firm bean curd or, you know?
Yeah, I like to choose little bit soft one because the chew is like a mushroom, is make easy to taste. Fine. Okay.
So that's called semi-firm.
Yeah. Yes. And if you like, and some people like put on some chili, make this one hot a little bit.
Yeah.
But this one, some people don't like. So Chinese people got very smart. They can dip after. You can dip chili sauce.
I love it.
Yeah.
Easy.
This one easy way. Okay.
And are we making a chili sauce today, Helen? Or maybe you can talk us through a really simple...
Yeah, because I'm from China and I'm from Shanghai. Shanghai people don't like a lot of cherries. So, but they are with dipped spring roll will be used very, very difficult one. For example, I can show you a little bit is vinegar.
Yes.
Yeah, some people like me, I like.
Yeah.
First, because spring roll fried with oil. So when you dip vinegar, will be tasty. Nice.
Totally. And you can eat more of them because you've got the vinegar, you know, the sourness cuts through the richness of the oil.
That's right.
Yeah, I love it.
So this one, so okay. So now we are finished this one.
One more.
And yeah.
Okay.
I go. We are have to go to the cooking.
Okay. I love it.
Yes. Okay.
But this seems like a very meditative thing to do. You know, you can just sort of do 20 of these very.
Yeah, this one not very hard. Easy way. If this one at home, well, little grandchildren will be help me do because they are like do this one.
I love it.
And it is simple.
Yep.
Anyone can do it, isn't it? And look very, but you know, inside the filling, you can do the every way. You can put in when you like.
I love it.
Okay.
And it feels like this would be a really good activity for kids to do to practice their chopstick skills as well. You know, because as you mentioned, the earlier that they start, the more hand-eye, you know, dexterity that they have.
Yeah, but you know, this chopstick for us is easy, but for you maybe different.
Thankfully, I'm pretty good with a chopstick. Thank you very much. I am quite good. Thank you very much.
Nice.
And even my daughter, I've got a almost 2-year-old, and she sees us eat the chopstick so much that she picks up 2 chopsticks like this, and she does this. She doesn't know that you can do this, but she knows that she can do that.
That's good.
Yeah. I knew Helen would like that. Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
I teach my grandson still do it.
Yes.
Yes, they are like this one.
They love it. Well, I mean, it's so fun. And I remember, you know, my first experience of a Chinese restaurant was here in Melbourne. And they brought out chopsticks and they brought out forks. And because they sort of looked at us and thought, oh, they're not going to know how to use chopsticks. And I was determined. I was going to try with chopsticks, and you know, the more that you do it, the better you get at it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, we are go to the cooking.
Yes, and I am very good at it because I love Chinese food so much. Yeah. All different regional cuisines of China. And this one, would you say this is a traditionally Shanghainese regional dish? All over China, I suppose.
All over China. Yeah. At the moment, all us, I think, like. Every way you can, I buy the spring roll sometimes, find the spring roll in the Green Wave.
Yeah. Everywhere. Shopping centre, spring rolls, exactly, anywhere.
And now I saw some frozen, easy go home, just cooking.
Yeah, but this seems really easy. I don't think you need to buy frozen spring rolls.
Yeah.
Just buy the wrappers, make it yourself.
Yeah, you can make it yourself, and maybe kids like help you.
Yeah, I'd love
that's
that. I think
yeah.
I'm going to have to do this with my daughter. So thank you for
Yeah, that's
teaching
okay.
us. Come around. We're going to
Yeah.
fry. This is happening. I love it. So we're just heating the oil. What oil are we cooking with, Helen?
Just a vegetable
Okay,
oil
great.
or rice oil now. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
This one easy to buy everywhere.
Yep.
And just a easy way.
Has a good high smoke point. So don't be using, olive oil. Get some of that. So we've got 4.5 minutes to go. It's all happening
Yep.
to do some frying.
Yeah.
But thankfully, that it doesn't take long to fry. And I need you to zoom in on Helen's chopsticks because they are humongous. They're like tongs, but they're split. And I love them, and I'm going to have to find them. Helen, did you get those in the city of Monash?
Which one?
These giant chopsticks?
This one special one.
Yes,
you
they
can
are.
sometimes this one very special. Why I bring this one? Look, this one normal use on the table, and this one very big.
Yeah.
Because the use of wok will be hot.
Yes.
So this one is special for the cooking in the wok on the wok. Okay.
I feel like looking at the wood, you've used these for a lot of years. How old would you say these are?
This one quite a year, have a couple years.
Yeah.
Because not often use.
Yeah. Yes.
At home, mostly of use.
Oh, you don't worry about the
Lazy.
rules. But yeah, exactly.
Lazy. No, but today use a big wok.
You got to bring out the big guns.
Yeah.
For the
And,
city of
big-
Clayton.
Yes.
Yes.
So this one maybe cook more. So use this one more easy way.
Love it. Brilliant. Okay. Clayton Fest happening, frying. There we go. It's gone in.
No hot.
So you know that the oil is hot enough when
Yeah.
it goes in and
Yeah,
it
this
fizzes
one.
straight away.
Yeah. This one.
And how long, when the oil is hot enough, how long do you usually? Oh, okay.
No,
So
yes, this one mostly of at the moment every home got a deep frying. You can set up a time.
Yep.
There will be automatic stop about 160 to 180 degrees. Okay, but in the wok you can still use the chopstick. You see this one, put on inside. Look, this one nail is okay. So small bubble here. Look, this is small bubble from bottom go on the top. This one which means mostly off go.
which means
Yeah.
180 degrees.
Yeah. About
cool.
160
Okay.
degrees. Look now, you can see?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So the small bubbles
this
bubbling
one,
up the tops.
yeah,
of
you
the
can put in.
thing goes.
is
You
a
could probably-
working.
Can you air fry these? Because I feel like people are air
Yeah,
frying.
this one, if you, for example, you make the 30 rolls,
Yep.
you cannot eat at once.
Yep.
You can cook it halfway,
Uh-huh.
cooking like that.
Yep.
Just this one compare with I give to you. So just a little bit of
Par
water.
fry. Par fry. Yeah.
Yeah, this one you can take off first and put on the fridge.
Yep.
When keep cold, go to the fridge, then freezer. I mean the freezer.
Easy.
And you after next time when you want to eat, you can take off, put on the air fry.
Ah, okay. So you can par fry,
Yes.
freeze, and then air fry.
Yes.
That sounds like something that needs to go in the Flavours of Monash air fryer cookbook.
Oh yeah, you can.
New addition.
Yeah, and very good because where my son they always do it because when I cooking, still do the every more, and so that's why they are keep it in the fridge, can use next day or couple days.
Helen, and so are they coming over? They're grabbing batches of your spring rolls and taking them home and saying, "Thank you, Mum.
Yeah,
we'll see you
of course
later."
they will do it, but sometimes they are cooking waste food for me.
Oh.
So this why.
It's a good swap.
Yeah, good swap.
That's good.
So I am very happy try another food and like cooking traditional food too.
Uh-huh. Have you got a favorite cuisine aside from your traditional cuisine?
Yeah, of course. This one spring roll is one because we are committee still got a cooking class. We are always do the cooking
Yes.
class and share with with the food. That's will be everyone can taste it.
I love it.
Yeah. If next time where I can teach you how to do another traditional.
Yes, please, Helen. What would be your second choice if you had to teach beyond spring rolls? What are we learning to cook next?
Yeah.
On our new show, Helen and Alice cooking food.
That's right.
Yeah. So the next episode, Helen, what's it going to be? Because we're almost finished.
Yeah. If you want.
Yes.
That's all right.
What are we going to make?
What do you like?
I like anything that you cook me because I can smell it and I know it's going to taste delicious. I love mapo tofu, but I know how to make that, so I can make that for you.
Yeah. Good.
And maybe you can make that shiitake and bean curd dish.
Yeah, I can show you a little bit of cup. We are joined this last year. We are go to online cooking class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So this one
Yeah.
will be.
We'll pop a link for you in the thing when this is finished so that you can check out Helen's online cooking classes. So this looks like they're frying.
No problem.
They're beautiful. Golden, crispy, flaky.
Yeah. Little bit of golden, maybe good for photos.
Yeah, good for photos, very important. Doing it for the gram. So we're going to pop these out and drain them onto paper towel again, just so that they're not too oily.
Yes, that's right.
And also the other reason you drain is because you don't want them to go soggy. So if they've
That's
got too
right.
much oil, they won't stay crispy.
Yeah, you know everything.
I'm all over it, Helen.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
It's like I cook for a living.
Okay. Cook and living. This is important because
Amen.
Chinese people say 民以食为天, which means people will be most important things from the food.
That's right. We're people that live to eat, not eat to live. Is that what
That's
I feel like that's the gist of that conversation. And it really, I think that's the perfect place to kind of finish this conversation too, because that's what this festival's about. You know, all these different cultures coming together. We all live to eat, and
That's
we
right.
all live to bring our cuisines and our flavors to this new place, this new home for all of us.
Okay.
You know, and being able to be introduced to your cuisine is just so special.
Oh, thank
Do you
you.
reckon I can grab that
Yeah.
to
sure.
show the people?
Yes, sure.
You need the money shot.
I take a little bit.
Okay.
And keep a little bit of time
Okay.
because it's too hot.
Okay. I won't put one in my mouth.
No. At the moment, you will burn yourself.
I will not burn myself. We're doing this live. I will not have a singed mouth.
Yeah.
But how long should we wait before we bite
Just a
in?
couple minutes.
Okay.
Just an easy one. Okay.
Right.
Just give me a couple minutes. I bring the one bottle.
Helen's all over it. She's going to fry all of them now.
Is it right? Time
Yes.
out.
But thankfully, I think we've got the zoom on the B cam anyway, so you can see it. You can see the golden, flaky, delicious spring rolls from Helen Wu, which you can find in this book, the Flavours of Monash cookbook. What I love about this cookbook as well are the QR codes. So not only can you read a little bit of what spring rolls are about, you can also learn more about Helen's story by scanning that with your smartphone or tablet, and you'll actually get to hear from Helen. You know, a little bit about her story, a little bit about what she's up to, which is just so cool.
So,
Helen, are these your spring rolls, this photo?
that's right.
Look
This
how
one
beautiful they are.
mine. This one chopper is mine.
Helen Wu, spring roll master.
Oh, thank you.
All over it. Okay.
Okay.
And you know what I love the most is that Helen's quite clearly a feeder because she is not leaving this set until she's fried every single spring roll, because there is a whole cavalry out there that needs to be fed, that's baying at the doors, chomping at the bit to have a spring roll. And I don't blame them because they smell great, they look fantastic. And if you're not already convinced that you should try these, the next time that you've got people coming round, or if you want to make them, freeze them, cook them in advance, air fry them later, it's up to you. The choice is yours. Helen Wu, oh my gosh. Okay, tell you what, I'm glad I stalled because that is absolutely stunning.
Hot still. Careful.
And look. That is a perfect way to finish this conversation, this demonstration. I'm so glad that you've shared your story and your recipe with us, Helen. Thank you for your time. Thank you for continuing to fry. I love it. You're such a mum and grandma, aren't you? You're like, no, everyone's got to eat.
Yes, everyone have.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. Well, we will. Yeah. And you have a fantastic end to your day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you
enjoy it.
Welcome back to the Clayton Festival Flavours of Monash cookbook launch and masterclass with some of the illustrious cooks from inside. Now, our next one is actually a chef. His name is Thomas Niakos, and he is Greek and going to teach us a very traditional Greek dessert, kalatubureko.
You said that great.
All right. I've said that a few times in my life, and it is one of my very favourite desserts of any culture. So I'm so excited to be showing everybody from all parts of the world, I hope, who are tuning in, how to make this dessert.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us what it is? You can see it actually in that picture there.
Basically, it's a stuffed custard pie, which you put syrup on.
Awesome.
That's the general idea. So filo pastry on the bottom, your custard in the middle, filo pastry on the top, bake it, syrup on top when it's finished, and that's it.
Delicious. And filo pastry is one of the Greeks' gifts to the world. It really is such a fantastic, flaky, delicious, buttery pastry, but it's a bit of a pain to work with.
Yes, it is.
So I'm sure you've got some tips.
But for this dessert, it doesn't really matter if it's crumbling up.
Great.
Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like even if it's torn up a bit, it doesn't really matter. The result is the same and the flavour is the same.
I love it. So it's a very forgiving dessert to make by the sounds of things.
The idea is we separate the filo pastry generally into the middle. Okay, so it doesn't have to be exactly the same amount.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. So
two
sheets.
groups. Okay. So basically the first group is for the bottom.
Yep.
And the second group is for the top part.
Terrific.
And the idea, especially when the first filo goes in, every 2 filo pastry you put some butter on. You don't need to brush it on, you just drizzle it.
Okay, drizzle.
Okay.
No worries.
So we've already here
Got some melted butter.
melted butter,
My favourite food group.
which we just pour in so we can start working with it.
Terrific. And what does the butter do to the filo pastry, Thomas?
It helps to cook, gives it flavour, obviously, and it gives that crunchiness as well. Because the galakuburiku, except for the flavour that you want to give it, is to have that texture, soft custard, but very crunchy filo pastry. That's the success.
And it's a real, it sounds like it's pretty foolproof as well.
Yes.
Which is, my favourite kind of dessert too. So you want that because you're going to warm the milk?
So
okay.
for the custard that we're going to make, I keep about a quarter of the milk and the 3/4 I put to warm it up.
Okay.
You don't have to be exactly the amount, just a general idea.
Yep.
And I put that on our kitchen top to warm it up.
Nice.
It's got butter in it, but it doesn't matter because we're going to use the butter
Just
in the
extra flavour, really.
extra flavour.
Yeah, I love it. And not too much cleaning up, another thing which I really enjoy. In fact, the Greeks, I've noticed that the Greeks don't love washing plates. What's that about, Thomas? What's that tradition?
I don't know, probably I have to wash plates because I work as a chef, so I'm not in that category. But
I love it.
And now, the first thing we have to do is to heat our oven, to preheat it. I think it's about 160, 165 degrees.
Okay.
It takes about 45 minutes to bake, but sometimes, because every oven cooks differently, if we see in about 20, 25 minutes that it's getting a dark colour, we can cover it with a bit of foil until it gets to those 45 minutes.
Great.
Okay?
Yep.
So we're preheating the oven here.
Yep.
And we're making our syrup because the other secret is it's always when you put syrup on a cake to have the two different temperatures. So you want cold syrup, hot cake, or hot cake, cold syrup.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yes.
And that helps the syrup to absorb better in the cake.
Love it.
So
hot syrup, cold cake, cold syrup, hot cake.
Yep.
Good.
So the idea is we put our water in a pot, we'll put our sugar, which is about 1.5 cup.
Yep. And you can flavour that sugar syrup up as well.
So that's, everybody does it slightly differently. Other people just put some vanilla in there. Other people put some orange juice. Other put lemon juice. Other people put lime. Other put mastic, which is a traditional Greek spice.
Like a resin, which
yes.
do you grind?
You grind that with a
Yeah.
little bit of sugar, but you have to be careful because it's quite bitter.
Yes.
So if you put more of the quantity in there, you can really taste it.
It's like tree sap. That's
It
the
is
kind
tree
of,
sap.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
a tree sap. Okay.
It's like it because it literally is it. So a little bit, but you can smell when you're putting in
Yes,
too much. Yeah,
yes.
so just a little bit.
Just a
And
little bit.
saffron is another one that I've seen.
And saffron
yeah,
as
saffron
well.
syrup in a galactoburrico.
So water, sugar, orange juice,
Uh-huh.
half an orange juice. Okay.
Love
Go
that
there.
aroma of orange and no zest. I've noticed.
No zest. I put the zest in the custard.
Genius.
You
Tell
can
you
put
what.
zest in here as well. It doesn't really matter. Okay.
But I love, layering the flavors up. So I suppose you could say that this is an orange galactoburrico, but you can, decide. I just love saying the word. Okay, let's try. I'm going to say it. You should put a little like ding, ding, ding every time I say it because I'll be saying it heaps, especially when I eat it. But the freshness that you get from citrus, especially in a dessert which is so rich with the butter and the custard and the flaky pastry, having something to cut through that, like orange, is a very, very good idea.
So now I'll put you to work.
Okay.
I want you to start doing the filo here.
Let's
The
do it.
idea is the first filos that go on, it's good to cover the side of the tray in order to become a pocket afterwards, like the first 4, 5, 6 filo. The rest, you can either fold them in the middle and just put them by 2 like that, okay?
Yeah.
So you can be quick.
I love it.
It doesn't really have to be completely flat. So even if the filo, like this filo here is torn apart, even if you put it with some not folded like that, it's fine,
Okay.
okay?
That's my kind of cooking.
Go for it.
I love it. I'm doing it. Okay. And it is, so the burrico element, it's a burek, I suppose. So it's a pie. It is literally a custard pie.
That's why bork is a Turkish word
Yes.
and the gala is milk in Greek.
Gotcha. So it's a milk pie.
It's a milk pie.
Love it. And the Turks brought, the Arab influence in Greek cooking is evident in things like oranges.
Yes.
In things like this pie.
And things in like syrup.
Like syrup.
Well,
That's
syrup
right.
is
Like
a
sugar
Middle
syrup.
Eastern,
That's
yeah.
right. Absolutely. And so, are there other traditional dishes that you love to make that have those kind of influences? Okay, how much butter, actually? I need information.
You just take the brush.
Yep.
And you just, as you take the butter, just do this.
Okay.
You done it.
Don't
That's
go
it.
crazy. Don't pick up the bowl, Alice. Leave
That's-
the bowl alone.
that's it.
Just a little drizzle there,
Yeah,
and then
that's
you
perfect.
add more. Okay, great. And I might even layer these ones up.
So
the
now
side.
at the same time, I'll be making the custard here. The idea is we put the remaining milk that we haven't heated in a bowl. We put our semolina here, which will help thicken the cream. We put our sugar.
Okay. I'm very excited about all these layers. You can see actually we've both gone quiet because both of these jobs are the sort of things in the kitchen that you do on a day when you just want to zone out and just do something for yourself, right?
Exactly.
But this is something that you don't just do for yourself. You make this for the residents at the aged care home that you're a chef
At the aged care here in Clayton South,
And how
they-
many residents are there?
there are 150. So that's a lot of cooking for a lot of people.
Yes. And primarily Greek.
Yes, predominantly Greek heritage. People that have immigrated here mid-50s, early 60s.
And you know what I love about your story that you can listen to as part of the Flavours of Monash cookbook QR codes. There's actually a podcast that goes along with it where you talk about what the role of creating desserts like this for your residents does for memory, because food is so entrenched in memory and flavour Really brings them back, even the ones
it brings
who
back
don't,
memories.
doesn't it?
It's memories.
Yeah.
So here that I've combined the milk that I've warmed up, the semolina, the sugar. I'm going to put some orange zest. You can either put lemon zest, lime, whatever flavors you want to give it.
And the zest has a very different kind of, it's a different intensity, I suppose,
Yes.
aroma than the juice.
Yes.
Which is why you're adding it
That's
to the
why I
custard.
add to the custard.
Totally.
I've realised that it releases more taste.
Yeah.
So
And it's all the oils, I suppose.
that's all the
Yeah.
oils. Some vanilla.
Uh-huh. Another spice trail gift to the Greeks.
The Greeks.
But this, I think something that I've found really interesting with Greek food is that here in Australia, we kind of assume that Greek food is just one cuisine, right? But there's actually so many Greek islands and each one has its own cuisine.
And you can see dishes that are Greek, although Greece is a small country, like it's the size of Victoria probably, there's a lot of different sub-cuisine in that. So from one part of the other to Greece, you can find a lot of differences.
And what part of Greece is your family from?
We're from northern Greece, so we're not close to the sea. So our cuisine is quite similar to Bulgarian cuisine, Romanian cuisine, that Balkan type of cuisine. So a lot of pork, not a lot of oil, because they didn't have oil up in the mountains. They use a lot of pork lard.
Yeah. Oh, and
Lard,
yes,
yes,
lard. Okay,
lard from
gotcha.
pork.
Uh-huh. Good. So rich cuisines, southern cuisines, as you say, olive oil, that's more what people would associate with the Mediterranean diet. Whereas up north, you're imagining a much kind of colder climate.
Colder climate, high.
Hearty stews.
Yep.
Custards, butter, pork lard. Great. And is that, so would you have gyros and, sort of...
That's everywhere in Greece.
Everywhere in Greece, that's good. I'm glad you didn't miss out. My good friends bought a house from an older Greek couple and they had built an outdoor kitchen with an actual spit in the outdoor kitchen. So what a great thing to inherit. Is that something that at the aged care home sometimes you might have?
Yes, we do have a spit. We have an outdoor barbecue. That's part of our tradition and we do it quite often.
That sounds like a party. What a great time the residents must have. That's wonderful. And so great that they've got a chef that really cares and is committed to the cuisine, recreating those memories for the residents. That's wonderful. So you've got 12 and a half minutes to go now, Thomas.
Yep.
We've got the custard cooking there. You can see Thomas is stirring the custard continually, and that's because you don't want the milk to catch.
And because the semolina might set on the bottom and coagulate, so that's why you have to stir it quite often.
Yes.
The eggs, you can either put them now or you could put them as soon as the custard is ready. I prefer the custard at the end, and that way you have a lesser chance of cooking them.
Totally. You don't want a scrambled egg custard. It's grainy. It's not great. And the semolina as well, I think it gives the semolina a chance to really puff up. And the key to a really beautiful calaclobreco is the set of the custard, and that's what the semolina does.
So that's why when we finish with the cake and we have to pour the syrup, we just have to leave it to set for a couple of hours. Because when it's still hot, you won't be able to cut it, and the semolina and the custard hasn't set, so it'll be going everywhere.
Yeah.
So you try to avoid that. The ideal is to make it from the previous night. It doesn't need to go in the fridge because the syrup is a preservative. And the next day you cut it and have it.
I love it. So it's an overnight dessert. So perfect if you've got people coming round, or if you want to make something that you can then snack on for days to come, because it does store pretty well in the fridge too once it is done.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you store it in the fridge? I guess it goes soggy.
The only disadvantage is it gets soggy.
Yeah.
So I would prefer not to store it.
Yep.
Cook it from the previous day, and the next day
Eat the whole thing. What a shame. Okay.
There's no chance to be leftovers.
No, exactly. So, but I think that you do need to be a little bit patient, not to cut it when it still hasn't cooled. I've done that before. Okay, I'm just creating some colour and movement here for you with the butter. This is definitely more butter than Thomas mandated, but I like to live dangerously. Here we go.
And if you see here in the pot, it started to thicken up a bit. In about 2, probably minutes, 3, it will be ready to go.
Great.
So if you want, you can put the eggs in here.
I will. Yep.
The eggs in here.
Great.
So they can be ready to go.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, so 4 eggs. Let's see. Hopefully
In some
that's
recipes, they use only the yolks. In some recipes, they pull whole eggs. It depends on what kind of flavour you want to give, what kind of colour you want to give.
I was going to say, because sometimes you see this pie, this galaktobureko, and it's quite golden, and that must be a whole yolk or just a straight up yolky custard. And is there a time in the year when you would be traditionally eating this, or is this like
Winter time.
Winter.
Because it's a quite heavy dessert with the butter and the eggs and the syrup. And traditionally, it's made around Christmas time
Beautiful.
because it's winter.
Cold.
It's and it's a quite, I wouldn't say a difficult dessert, but it's time consuming.
Totally. Labour intensive. I'm just going to wash the yolk.
And as you can see here in the pot, it's starting to thicken up.
Yes, I can see that in the B cam. Here we go. And you can see it just by lifting up your whisk.
Yep.
And so normally, would you whisk this, you'd use a whisk when you were cooking this, or you'd use a wooden spoon?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, okay,
Doesn't
good.
matter.
Yeah, great. That's looking good, it's looking thick. Beautiful. Did you need me to beat the eggs, or are you happy with them
I'll just put
as
them in
is?
there
Awesome.
and mix them up a
Okay,
bit.
when you're ready. And that's good. I like that tip about a foolproof custard, is not putting the eggs in when it's still on the heat. You take it off and you use the residual heat just to...
You can still put them in, but you have to have the fire
Low.
much low,
Totally.
so it won't
Yeah.
raise above the 77 degrees, I
Yes.
think it is.
People watching this smugly who have a Thermomix are thinking, I can do this in my Thermomix. And yes, you can. You definitely can make recipes like this in any smart machine that you have. But I'm pretty sure they were making this before smart machines ever existed. And it is, such a basic...
Exactly.
Yes, so such basic ingredients. But when it comes together, it's anything but basic.
All right, so I'll bring that over there.
Uh-huh.
Just need this because the pot's been a bit
No
hot.
worries. Now this is ready to go, so I might move it this way so that we've got a little surface for the hero custard.
If you can pour the eggs in here.
Okay, you ready?
slightly.
A little bit at a time or all at once?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Oh, the aroma of that. So the vanilla bean paste and the orange zest. Delicious.
See how it's thickened up?
Yes.
Now you just take that, you pour it on top of the filler that you've already put there down. It's a bit slippery. So.
Beautiful. So you can tell the mark of an actual chef because you're sensible. You're like, oh, it's a bit slippery, so I'm going to put it down and fix my grip. Whereas I, to the point where I probably,
You just
halfway
need to
will slip
spread it
down.
around,
That's good.
okay?
Gorgeous.
And just give it 2 or 3 times. So that's ready to go.
Beautiful. More butter. My
More
job.
butter.
Okay.
Your job.
So, terrific. So then 2 down, etc., or do you like to fold
No,
these
you don't
ones?
need to fold these. Just goes on top, and we'll fold these to make the pocket.
Fantastic. Okay, so 1, 2. Ooh, so actually one thing that I didn't do that I have read on the back of my phyllo pastry instructions is a damp tea towel on top to keep it from
Yes,
drying
in
out.
between to keep it drying out.
Yeah.
But this doesn't really matter, even if it
breaks a bit.
apart.
Okay, great.
you just fold.
Because it can be a bit raggy, can't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is another traditional Greek dish with a rag
Yes.
cheese pie, which I've
Yes.
made before. There we go. Okay. Gosh, so much pressure. I've got Thomas watching me this time, so I can't dilly-dally.
I'll look elsewhere.
Okay, please. There we go. And I mean, like, can you have too much butter?
Not
See, look,
really.
look, he's fiddling with it now. See,
So what we're going to
Oh,
do now,
yes,
I'm going to
great.
fold the pockets,
Uh-huh.
and the last 2 or 3 phyllo, we put them on top.
beautiful.
Like
Okay.
that.
And that's going to bake into...
Yes, and then you put the remaining 2 or 3 phyllo
1,
on
2,
top with butter.
3. Just like this, and then fold in.
Just like that.
Uh-huh.
And just like Doesn't really matter.
Yes, it does. See what Thomas has done there? That's really important because these bits with the butter on top, which I'm assuming we can be quite liberal with now,
Yep.
is that right? That's actually going to create flaky cuts
Yes.
that just go,
Yes.
especially, you know, when they soak up
And
the
it's,
syrup.
when you're baking, you'll see it'll start rising a bit, which is perfect because it's still got air in there and the eggs are rising.
Yes.
But as soon as you put the syrup, that will settle it. That's not a problem. Okay, these we don't need to put these. There's only one fillet left there. Okay. So this is ready to go in the oven.
Just, I mean, you know, we don't want it to go to waste, do we?
No.
Is it, so is there such a thing as too much butter on this?
If you put the dose that we put on the recipe, no, it's good to put all the butter.
Okay, good. See? Done.
Okay.
Off it goes.
That
Hoppa.
goes in the oven, here. Now that will have to bake for about 45 minutes. Again, if we see in about 15 to 20 minutes that it's get too much of a dark color, we put a foil on it and leave it for the rest of the half an hour.
Love it.
When the cake comes out, the syrup will be cold, room temperature I mean. It's good not to put the syrup in the fridge because it crystallizes and it won't have the result that we want. And we put the syrup, we let it set for the night, and the result is
Fireball. Before the break,
Something
we cooked
like this.
something, and look, after the break, it's been 45 minutes, and the kalaktaburiko is
and the
finished.
kalaktaburiko is ready to go.
Oh,
As you see, there's no syrup remaining. There's
soaked in.
soaked in, which is good because sometimes we put a lot of syrup. There's a lot of syrup coming out, and it's not. It's too sweet.
Yes. Because it's all about the balance. It's actually not too
It's all
sweet
about
at
the
dessert. I
Should I
need to
cut a
watch you,
piece out?
please cut a piece out. Okay, so you're using the little.
You need a knife.
Yep.
All right. This helps to make things a bit more.
And then a spatula on the other side, just to
so
kind
it
of give
can
it a bit
help
of.
you.
Yeah.
So you cut it out.
Okay, and then we're going to find a plate just over here. Just, you know, just about the right size for me, I think. There we go.
Especially the first piece is the piece.
That's the one.
That's the
oh, look at it. Oh, that's so good. It's so good.
And you can see there's not a lot of syrup remaining.
Yes,
You can see that how crunchy that is.
absolutely. And golden and
And the custard
it's
inside.
set. Perfectly set.
And if we could send the aroma would be great, but unfortunately technology is not gone there yet.
Well, the best way for you to get this aroma is to get yourself a copy of the Flavours of Monash cookbook, which you can get in hard copy, but you can also download a PDF online. So check out the link, grab yourself a copy of Thomas's recipe because it smells amazing. It looks phenomenal. I can't wait to dig in. The only spoon I can see on this table is, of course, this one. So I might have to wait till we go offline, but I cannot wait to tuck in. So thank you so much for your time.
thank
Thank you for
you.
your recipe.
Thank you.
And we'll see you very soon. And I can't even break this plate. What a shame. Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Flavours of Monash cookbook launch as part of the Clayton Festival. I'm Alice Zaslavsky, your host, the fortunate one that gets to spend all day, all night with the cooks from this very cookbook. And Emmy Armanus is our next
Aren't
cook.
you lucky?
I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky because falafel is one of my favorite foods.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
so you're
great.
going to show us a traditional Egyptian falafel,
That's right.
which is using this bean.
Yeah, this is flavour of bean, and it comes in a bag of kilo that way. That's approximately half a kilo, 500 gram. And we need 2 medium size of onions, 1.5 punch of parsley, 1 coriander, and 10 gram of garlic, salt, dry coriander, cumin, and 1 teaspoon of bicarb soda.
And that's what gives it the puff.
And obviously some side salads
Yes.
with it, and also will come with a tahina.
Okay, great. Well, all of that in 23 minutes and 44 seconds. So let's get into it. What's the first step?
So we're just gonna peel that.
Great.
First step you do is you soak the fava beans overnight. It's much easier. Then you strain them and it will come like that.
Yep.
Then you get ready with the onion. So
And while
I
you're
washed my hand.
Yeah, good. That's very important. While you're chopping the onion, I'm glad. So before Pam got me to chop the onion, I'm very happy that you're doing it yourself.
Oh, that's
good.
all right.
If you're going to deem
We're
chopping
really
onions.
not chopping much. I'm just going to cut it into 4 to be able to blend it.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Terrific.
so these being washed, okay, so I just keep them the same way.
Yep.
And we end up with that. You
the
cut them
good
into
lips.
4.
Nice.
It's really easy.
And
It
while,
doesn't matter which shape.
yeah, and while you're chopping that, I might pop that here for
Oh,
us
that's
as well.
great.
Easy. And we'll make this our scrap bowl. How about that?
Yes, that
Nice.
makes it easier for
Terrific.
us.
And if you zoom in here, have a look, because these might look familiar, because when they're green and when they're fresh, these are broad beans. So fava
Yeah.
beans, traditionally,
They
are
dry them
dried.
out. Yeah, they dry them out and peel them and end up that you buy them that way from it.
Yes, so you
So-
can make a broad bean falafel, but it's, well, it'll fall apart. You need the dry starch, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It different taste as well. So you cut that and sort of like roughly chop it.
Perfect.
So
All of that.
I
Yep.
have some of this inside. So I put this first. I'm using NutriBullet, but a lot of people use it any other processed food processor.
Yep.
So for me, I put some of that and also some of the
Coriander. as
Coriander.
well. Delicious. Some people don't like coriander, but none of them are my friends. So
but you can take it away.
Yes.
It doesn't have to. So I
Definitely.
put a bit of coriander. And what's important is that you need to put little bit of each ingredients to blend it in, so it helps in the end that you have all the ingredients blended in evenly.
okay.
But not the bicarb soda. Bicarb soda is right in the end.
Nice.
And the reason that I'm putting this in that way, because I'm using NutriBullet, so when I turn it the other way around, you have the juice from the onion to help to blend it easy.
Smart. Okay, so if
So-
you're not using a NutriBullet, if you're using a food processor.
Yeah, just
Swap
swap it.
Perfect.
Yeah, that would be really, really fantastic.
Okay, speaking of swapping, let's
We'll
swap
swap
over.
over. See how the onion helps to blend it?
Yes.
That's
Perfect.
how onion help to blend it.
Great.
And it's very, very easy
Yes.
done. And obviously you go through the process over and over again until you finish with that.
Okay, and so do you leave that inside and then you add more on top?
No,
Or you take it out?
I
Okay.
empty.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Perfect.
I have another bowl
Nice.
and I empty that. And after this, you end up with beautiful, yes, with beautiful mixer.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what you end up with the mixer that you have here.
And that's with the bicarb inside, which you add in that very last
Yes.
bit.
The last thing that you do is you add bicarb just before you cook it,
Okay.
and you leave it only for about couple of minutes, 3 minutes or something, and you will end up with nice fluffy, not condensed
Yeah.
and really tough.
Yep.
So now we're going to cook.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Now, Emmy, before we go to the cooktop, would your mum traditionally make it in the food processor, or would she have a mortar and pestle?
No, she makes it in a food processor.
Yeah, right, okay.
So you can't actually use it into mincer.
Yeah, no.
It will end up liquid. It
Uh-huh.
will take the liquid, but the actual
You need a food processor. Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad that I interrupted play for
This
that
is
question.
a very, very original and natural national dish
Yes.
in Egypt,
Uh-huh.
and it's everywhere in Australia. You can smell it anywhere.
Yes.
So I don't have to. For me, I don't really hold it and make a
Mold it.
ball
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that. But there is 3 ways you can cook it, or 4 if you want. So you can actually use it into. You can cook it in an air fryer.
Yep.
For less fattening
Uh-huh.
and grease. You can deep fry it, and that's what we're going to do today.
Great.
And also, we can steam it and grill it. So it's really, you have it any way you want it for people. And I use it very, very simple. I take a spoon, put it in there. The oil is already hot.
Uh-huh. What
And
oil do you use to fry?
just vegetable
Vegetable
oil.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Great.
Vegetable oil.
Terrific. Yep.
Yeah.
Keep going. You do
Sorry.
your thing. I'm going to stand here and just watch,
Matt.
really. But I'm feeling really inspired. I love that you can steam, you can fry,
steam it, you can
grill it,
grill it.
air fry it. You can. What else? You can
You
probably
can
bake
make it any
as well.
size as well. I'm
Yeah.
using, whatever shape I do. It doesn't matter.
The colour's
Small, big.
gorgeous. The green of that falafel is just beautiful.
And it's very healthy. So if you don't want it fried, you can steam it, and it's vegan, and it's also gluten-free.
And very full of protein. So this seems like a really good option if you're looking for something for lunch boxes, if you're looking for something that you can definitely freeze. Would you make these and then freeze them?
I freeze the paste, but you can't freeze
Okay.
the cooked one. It won't be nice at
Okay.
all. So
Freeze the paste.
I use a spray oil,
Uh-huh.
and I'll let you try some of that as well.
Let's do it. Hopefully you can see that on ACAM. Zoom
Let's
that
just put it-
C70. But this is, what I love about it is that you've taken a traditional recipe and then you've taken all of these different cooking methods that you might not traditionally see in the Egyptian kitchen, and then you kind of...
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The way it's cooking, it's not. Nobody ever heard that they steam it, but I'm very creative.
You
so
are.
I like to try it.
I've always said that about you, Emmy.
I like to try different things. So
And so Egyptian cuisine obviously takes a lot of inspiration from the Middle East as well as, from other kind of, we talked with Thomas about the spice trail influence. There's a lot of spice trail influence in Egyptian cooking.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice there to have a lot of spices there, and we love herbs. We love fresh herbs.
Yes.
much more than really. So now I'm just preparing some basically salad.
Yeah. And people's perception of what Egypt might look like, often is kind of coloured by the idea of just the pharaohs and it's just sand and desert. But actually, it's very lush,
No, it's
very fertile.
It's beautiful place to go for holiday. It's a beautiful place for food, and lovely for history.
Yes.
Nile. If you ever go, you've got to do the trip for Nile.
Yes.
The Nile River.
And so the Nile River, if people are heading to Egypt, is there anything that they need to be kind of really putting number one on the agenda to make sure that they visit?
Of course, the pharaohs, the Valley of the King, say Luxor, Aswan. It's beautiful places to. I like.
You're chopping the salad on the board, but you're also arranging the salad on
Yes.
the board. That is
Make
that
it
what
easier.
you do? You make it easy. I love it.
I like putting a lot of things on the board,
Yeah.
and it's really easy, simple.
Uh-huh. Beautiful. And it's funny, we've had chili in, 3 of the different cuisines, and yet,
I actually put it on the side just for people.
yep,
They might like it.
want something a bit hot and spicy. Does this have a traditional name, this salad in Egyptian cuisine?
No, it's just a
Just a
basic,
chop.
yeah, basically Egyptian salad. Yeah, the Egyptian salad, but it have onion as well, but I don't really.
But we've used
put-
all the onion for the falafel.
Yeah, we use all the onion for the falafel.
Do we need
And-
to turn the falafel that's frying at all?
Yes.
With our turning implement, tongs. Great. And it's quite a quick thing, you know. It really catches you by surprise because they are natural ingredients in there. So those
Yeah.
ones are almost finished. They're almost ready. I'll find you a little plate to pop those off onto if you'd like.
Actually, gonna put it on a board.
Oh, on the board. Look out. Do you
Yeah.
drain them on paper at all first?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, great. So
Yeah, I've got.
there's
Oh,
some
okay.
napkin action for you if you'd like.
Yes.
And then we can drain and go. I like it. I really do feel like I'm in Emmy's kitchen. Emmy's husband is just off camera, and I feel like just with like one kind of sound. Would you say that the kitchen is a calm or a chaotic place, Costa, at home?
Costa has to stay away when I cook. He's an apprentice, so he cleans after me.
My husband's the same. See, we found them well.
So
That's
he
good.
does the cleaning.
Yes.
I'm pretty. Need to always clean.
Yes, clean as you go, always the key. And when you were growing up, did your mum get you into the kitchen to cook with her?
Yes. Not as young.
Emmy mentioned in her interview that it was falafel that actually opened up her palate, I suppose, because before that you were quite a fussy eater.
Yes. Didn't eat much of food. I only had cheese.
Not a bad thing to only eat. What
Yeah.
sort of cheese were you eating in Egypt?
White cheese.
White cheese.
That's about it. I didn't like meat. I gave her her time.
And it's quite I think Egyptian food or Middle Eastern food in general is very friendly for plant-based eating. So, you know, you don't have to eat a lot of meat when you're eating lots of protein-rich beans and legumes as you might in Middle Eastern cooking.
Yeah. It's a lot of meat as well. A lot of kebab
Kebabs.
and kofta.
Kebab and kofta are two very delicious elements, but I suppose if you think about falafel, it is like a fava bean kofta. you know?
That's
So-
what I call them.
Yes, that's where I stole it from.
Egyptian
It's in the book.
kofta.
So the colour those ones.
It's a bit overdone.
Okay, that's cool.
So we're waiting for that. It will be
Before we
much,
show you, okay.
much
We'll
brighter
fix it up
color.
in post. That's
Yes. So you just put a little bit of salt
fine.
and
Delicious. I'm just going to taste one
If
of
you
these
want-
soaked fava beans, just to.
if you want to oil, I use a spray so I don't have too much oil. So
Flavour-wise, this really does taste like more like a pea, doesn't it? Like a broad beanie kind of. Now that it's soaked,
yeah,
it's very fresh. I feel like I've said fresh a lot, but I guess that's like a really good descriptor for a lot of fresh ingredients. They're fresh, but also quite herbaceous, grassy. What are we up to?
this is the tahina.
Tahina. Are you making your own?
Yes.
Aha.
And it's very easy. It's the tahina paste. Mix it with water and bit of salt, lemon, coriander dry, and cumin dry, and you just add to it. And Egyptian don't actually make lettuce with salads. So you put the salad with
Keep it separate.
lettuce that way.
And the best description I heard recently is that tahini or tahina is like traditional Middle Eastern tomato sauce because you put it with everything.
Yeah.
it's like ketchup, you just on everything. And obviously you're making hummus as well to go with the falafel.
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
You can have a hummus. You can have tahina. I'll prefer tahina with the falafel when you try it. And this is the right color, by the way.
Okay, good.
So
More blonde than brunette would be a
Yes.
good descriptor. And perhaps we might go, maybe if we go to here, then I will see.
Yeah,
They look beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous.
these are beautiful color.
Okay.
These
let's pop them
are
out.
not color.
Well, why don't we put them in a,
That's all right.
In a
I've just
napkin.
done it. It's okay.
yeah, perfect, done. Like never happened. Okay,
And guess what? We're waiting for this.
great.
And that. Almost done.
Okay,
So it's really good.
Beautiful.
So the heat have got to be medium, not too hot.
Not too hot.
Yeah.
So we want the oil to be at like 180 rather than 200 because
Yeah.
otherwise they go too fast.
160 to cook is very good.
Okay.
So majority of people like the one that it's fried, so
Yes.
it's okay. I'll make more of
Make more of the fried ones.
yes.
I agree. I think the crispiness of falafel, you don't get that if you're steaming or if you're
No,
putting it on a,
it's
on a grill.
totally different
Yeah.
flavor. That's why I'm not
Exactly.
making so much of the other one.
There's a reason that you don't find George Foreman grills in the tombs of the pharaohs.
No. Probably they have a wooden oven in that days.
They might, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Egyptians are responsible for a lot of really interesting, inventions.
They're pretty clever.
Yes,
I remember my dad used to say, you have to do what you've got. You
that's
know?
right. Make do with
It's
what you
like-
got.
Yep. So I create wherever I need to at the time that I want.
Beautiful. And that sort of adaptable cooking style is obviously something that is...
Yeah, you don't have to have it round and really working hard to it. I'm just you're making it easier for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you actually have the mixture in the freezer, defrost it the night before, get it out, takes you a few seconds,
Awesome.
and you're done.
Perfect. So that sounds like a really good idea. So how are you storing that mixture in like a...
Any
Like
plastic container?
Yeah, okay, plastic
Or
container.
zip bag
Yep.
if you like. I
Awesome.
don't like plastic bags, but I put it in a container and I just freeze it. It's
Easy.
very easy, very simple.
Terrific. Look at this. The smell, I've got to tell you, as you say, imagine that smell walking down the streets of Cairo. It's the ground coriander, it's the garlic, it's the oil, the fava beans, of course, but it's
Yeah.
all of that. The cumin,
The
It's
cumin
just-
in
yeah.
it. I love coriander, so
too.
I like to put coriander in it. You can
Yes.
have it, but if you want parsley, there is no problem with that either. You just put it somewhere.
yes.
Leave that.
And what sort of, so like in Italian cooking, this might be described as a mezze platter or antipasti, then you got a mezze for Greek. How would you call this in
It's actually
Arabic?
falafel is really a really main breakfast.
Oh, right. Okay. So this would be like an Egyptian breakfast.
This is an Egyptian breakfast
I love
for
it.
people. Not an egg and bacon, but in the morning you wake up, there is another way of making this for breakfast. So this is breakfast. They have it in bread.
Mm-hmm.
You can have it with some rolls if you want.
Or some
Okay.
pita.
Or
Love
some
it.
pita bread.
Uh-huh.
So I've got it both. Some people don't like, the
Look at that. That's like overloaded now. I feel like this is actually a real expression of your personality, Emmy. You are full of life, generous, overflowing with abundance is what we've got here on this board. And do you have a favourite place to buy your ingredients, your Middle Eastern ingredients?
I actually buy it from a Greek shop in Oakley.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm situated
Great.
in Oakley, so the Greek delis they have it, all the delis they have it, and also supermarket.
Yeah.
They've got it as well.
Huh. All right.
So
Looking good.
now
Almost there.
we're almost
We've
there.
got 3.5 minutes to go.
This is your book.
Okay, yes, thank you. I don't want to get fava bean on my book. All right. Oh, you're making a second one for the people that don't want fried stuff.
Yes.
Good. That means this is all for me.
This is all for you.
That's what happens in between these. If you're wondering why we go to a break, it's so that I can eat the things and then we come back to more. It's a good day. It's a very, very good time in my life. Thank you. Thank you, Clayton Festival. Thank you, Flavours of Monash, for having me, for letting me eat food like this. And if you want to eat food like this too, make sure you download the Flavours of Monash cookbook, which you can find online. There's a link available. And if you want the hard copy, you'll be able to find this at the Civic Centre. You'll be able to find this all around the city of Clayton. Brand new, brand spanker. Look at these faces. Don't you want to learn how to cook from these people? I certainly have enjoyed myself. It's just been such a treat. And the best part is that I feel inspired. You know, I've been cooking for a really long time, but I feel like today I've had an opportunity to learn so many new skills that I'm going to apply to my kitchen as
Okay,
well.
this is the grilled one.
Awesome.
You won't get it so perfect, but it's cooked.
Okay.
This is cooked.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
The steamed one.
This is where I live. That's, you know, you want the crispiness. Like, if you're going to eat falafel,
This is the steamed one.
eat falafel. But it's fine. It's good to give options.
Doesn't have really much of a look, but it's healthy. See, it's cooked. Yeah.
Are we eating this together, Emmy? Is this
Just
where we
me
live?
here.
Yes.
The rest, no one else.
No
all
one
right?
else. No one else.
I
Sorry.
think the cameraman
Yeah.
is over.
Poor Mark, I'm just clapping so loudly like a seal because the
Yeah.
smell, the flavour, the textures of this dish, this is my kind of food. Emmy, I'm so grateful to you. And we're so grateful to you for your time, for your
Yes,
expertise, for
thank
sharing
you.
the memories of Cairo, and also sharing some travel tips for when we can visit Egypt again. Thank
Yes.
you. Make sure that you grab this cookbook, Cook Emmy's Food. That's the recipe there. And actually, let's break one open and see if it looks the same, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, this is it.
Let's try it.
Look at that. Exactly the same. Just the same. All right, let's.
Oh, yum. That's fluffy.
That's fluffy.
Bad luck for you.
All right, on
Welcome
that
to Emmy's
note,
kitchen.
Welcome to Emmy's kitchen, and get out of here. We'll see you after the break. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to the Flavours of Monash cookbook launch with me, Alice Zaslavsky, and I've had a day of meeting incredible cooks from all around this region, and we are capping it off. We've saved the best till last. Subha Balasubramanian is here to introduce us to an incredible Indian dish, South Indian dish, spring onion paratha, which is one of my favourite of the breads of India. There are many. What makes paratha such a special bread?
Paratha means mainly this dinner dish or breakfast dish, even snack dish for the children.
Delicious.
But throughout the India, we will make once a day or once a week. Because nowadays, health conscious, we are using wholemeal flour instead of plain flour. But we can make plain flour once a week.
Great. And the thing that I love about paratha is that it's a flaky bread, so it's all the layers.
Stuffed one, layers, so many varieties and kinds.
Amazing.
Even minced meat can also make. But
And the wholemeal flour actually adds more flavour to it, doesn't it?
no, plain flour gives the flavor.
Oh, okay.
This is the basic plain flour base is good.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get schooled.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Like 1 cup flour,
Uh-huh.
it comes to But if you want more, you can add more flavors.
Amazing.
Yeah. Then salt like little bit for the taste. Then other this is for pasting the flour, like a quarter teaspoon salt and flour to like 2 tablespoons. This one mixed with oil.
Okay, so you're going to make a paste with the oil and the
yeah,
salt.
Yeah.
And
You can
still
add
plain
how
flour?
much? Still plain flour.
Okay.
But completely you can make with the wheat flour as well. But good taste and flavor with the plain flour.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This one I'm mixing like this.
Amazing. And what oil? Ooh, what oil are we
This
using?
one sesame oil.
Oh, sesame oil.
Yeah,
okay.
sesame oil.
So that adds more flavor again.
More flavor, yeah.
Yeah. Gosh. And is it the same sesame oil that you would find used in traditional Chinese cuisine?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same. Okay, great.
Yeah. Even any Indian store you can buy it.
Oof,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Thank you.
And you mix it together. Brilliant.
Yeah, mix. Then spring onion you can clean and finely chop.
Yep.
Then I kept it ready.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Thank you for chopping the spring onion. I've had a few people put me to work today, Subha. You're very considerate. You thought,
Yeah,
Alice,
thank you.
I'm going to do all the hard work. So
Yeah, thank
did
you.
you want me to sprinkle or?
Yes, please.
Okay.
After I'll show you how to mix the dough
Let's
first.
do it.
Yeah. I use my hand. I washed already.
Please. And that's the thing. I think that one thing that is so important is even
Hand.
when you're making the hands, even when you're making
easier.
sourdough, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
any kind of bread, is the hand
Yeah.
mixing. Because what are you feeling for?
Like soft, very soft. But it's quite a big roti. We say roti or paratha like that.
Uh-huh.
Good idea is like this, you mix the dough and then leave it for 3 hours.
Okay.
Because of plain flour.
Yes.
Otherwise it won't digest on the tummy.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we normally soak it.
I like it.
In India they soak even whole day. They will soak, leave it.
Yes.
Then
Which makes it a bit like a sourdough.
More softer, more
Yeah.
sourdough.
Yeah.
More softer, more light for the tummy.
Yes.
If you make and straight eat, it will affect the tummy.
Yes.
Tummy upset.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually something that I really appreciate about Indian cuisine is
Yeah.
the consideration of health
Yeah.
within the food, you know,
Yeah.
Ayurveda
Yeah.
and just generally thinking about those, like, how is
Yeah.
this going to actually feel on the other side?
Yeah. Thank you. I'll add. If it taking video, that's why I'm adding little bit more flour.
Okay.
But at home, if you are leaving for 3 hours, no need.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm going to show how to roll the paratha.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Terrific. And then we've got some that have been
made
pre-done,
it.
pre-soaked.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so they won't upset my tummy.
Yeah,
They'll
yeah.
Go straight in, down
Yeah.
the gullet.
Yeah.
Delicious. Aha.
Yeah. Yeah. Now ready.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, ready for sprinkling?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Now two paratha.
And paratha and roti are different to naan bread because they're
Yeah.
layered.
Naan with more with the yeast.
Yes.
Yeah. Here no yeast.
Ha. Yeah. Layers
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of yeast,
Yeah.
instead of the rise.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. If you want without salt, here you can do without salt as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And are these cooked in the tandoor on the
No,
sides or
on the
no?
pan.
Yeah,
On
on
the
the pan.
Yeah. We say dosa
So
pan.
good.
Dosa
Awesome.
pan. Yeah.
Okay, great. Do you want me to heat the dosa pan
Yes,
now?
please.
Terrific.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Let's do it. So, and you can see, if
Yeah.
we go to camera B, you can see the dosa pan. It looks like, you can do this with a cast iron pan, I would
Yeah.
say, but there's a bit of a dip
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
And what does that do? How does that help?
That for in India they do with the flour like a bowl pan.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, that one it will more cook enough.
Yes.
The flat one for mainly dosa. You know the dosa,
Totally.
the Indian dish.
Yes, yes.
That one. Yeah.
Aha.
But I'm using same pan for everything.
Why not? Exactly. Yeah. Well, I would use like my, French Le Creuset pan for this, and I'm sure it's just the cast iron gives it that really nice strong heat.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
really
We
cook
will
it.
get more iron
Yes.
vitamins in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
nutrition.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can make spread thinness very bit thick, like a big one.
Yep. Look at this cute little rolling pin.
Yeah.
And is that a special rolling pin? Has that got a special significance for you? I just bought it down the road. Just before.
No, no. I was in Africa. I went to 1993 after my marriage. I bought it that time.
Wow.
That's why I'm keep still holding
Yes.
on to it.
So you bought this in what part of Africa?
East Africa,
East
Nairobi,
Africa.
Kenya.
And because obviously in Africa they make their own flatbreads,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, which
That's
is-
what I bought there. Still, I'm holding it.
see, that's so special. That's so, and that truly, I think, encapsulates exactly what Flavours of Monash is all about.
Yeah, yeah.
It really, because we've got we celebrate all of these differences, all of these cuisines and cultures coming together, bringing that uniqueness to each other, but also saying that we can learn a lot from each other.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can borrow from each other and enhance, and that's so special. Do
Yeah.
you know what sort of wood that is?
I didn't know.
You did,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you by
forgot.
smell. That is wood from a tree. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get
Now,
the paste in.
And here you can add maybe 2 spoons.
Yep.
Because this is small spoon.
Great.
Then for give more oil, it will give more softness.
Uh-huh.
Then 1 or 2 like small spoon oil. Then spread it along with the spread brush.
See, a little bit different to Thomas's galactoburako,
Yeah.
which is, it's kind of, you've got the same fat on carb,
Yeah.
but you're much more precise using the butter. Thomas said, don't worry, just slap it on, but you want to make sure that every last little bit of this layer
Oh.
gets this.
Okay.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes.
Then
Perfect.
you can spread.
Okay,
spring
my
onion.
job.
Yeah.
From a height,
Yeah.
not even looking. How was
enough,
that?
Enough. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Like this. Then you can roll here like a tight,
Yep.
like this.
Yep. Wonderful.
Yeah. Then you roll again like this.
Aha.
Like this. Like this. This one tuck underneath. Then holding one piece like that.
Ah.
Yeah. Then leave it for 3 to 4 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
it's done, it'll
Done,
look
yeah.
something like
Yeah, like this.
this,
Yeah.
like a spring onion scroll.
Yeah.
And now what do
Yeah.
we do?
Then this one after like 4 hours, take like individual piece. Now dip with the flour. But this one you have to roll gently, otherwise it will tear apart.
Yes.
Yeah, because spring onion inside. You do slowly.
You make it look so easy, Subha. Is
Yeah.
this something that you think people
Simple.
can do?
Easily, yeah.
Okay, good. And I should say you make presenting for the camera look very easy too, because you have got your own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, Mrs. Balu's kitchen.
Okay.
I'm mainly using air fryer cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, because less oil, like healthy conscious.
Yes.
Then using Indian millets,
Yes.
all varieties.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm making like cutlets and then Indian cooking, dosa, idli, all with millets.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why millet?
Because millets gives more nutrition in that.
Yeah.
Diabetes people can eat.
Yes.
Weight conscious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it's gluten free
Cholesterol,
as
sugar,
well.
diabetes.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, this one I can make on the pan.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah,
To the pan.
to the pan.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. That's a good sound.
Yeah,
So you want that sizzle to happen.
yeah, yeah.
Great.
Then if you want more oil, can use oil.
Uh-huh. Okay.
If you are in diet, no need more oil, no need. Yeah.
Subha clearly did not watch my galactoburako.
Please
demonstration.
less flame.
Or the falafel.
Little bit
Less
flame.
oil is no big deal. Less flame is
Yeah, yeah,
very
yeah,
easy
yeah.
also.
Yeah.
So a medium flame, but you want a little bit of char, not too
Yeah,
much, but.
no, yeah.
And how
Like
can you
this.
tell that it's too hot? Because it's already going black.
Yeah, because,
Okay.
yeah.
Good choice. Yeah. But that's okay, you know.
Yeah.
So and then you flip. Do you
Yeah,
need this
flip.
special flipper magoo?
Yes, please. For only for roti.
Okay.
Roti, yeah.
Okay.
Paratha, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
No, no. Okay. See,
Yeah.
no harm done.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Can I roll one more?
Yes, of course,
Yeah,
please. And I'll keep flipping if you want.
Yeah,
Do
okay.
you want me to
Yeah.
keep flipping?
Yes, please,
Do you trust
yeah.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing it. Okay, see? Anyone can do it. Terrific. And how often do you want to flip it?
Each second, please.
Okay.
Because already it burnt a little bit. Not burnt like darkness.
But charred, slightly
Yeah.
charred. I'm just going to add a little bit more oil.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh yeah. Now talk to me. I'm in my meditation state watching this.
Yeah.
What aside from making sure that we don't break it, so we'd be quite gentle.
Yeah.
What other pain points are there of this dish? What else should we be looking at?
You can add like cheese. If you cheesy person, you can add cheese instead of spring onion.
Okay.
Or with the spring onion also can add cheese.
Okay.
Then if you like mince meat. Yeah. Please.
Are you happy with that, or more cooking?
Yeah. It's okay.
What sort of cheese would you add?
Any cheese, whatever
okay.
cheese. You
Like cheddar cheese?
Yeah.
Mozzarella?
Yeah, mozzarella, any cheese. It
Okay.
will be cheesy stuffed paratha.
Great.
Yeah.
Cheesy soft paratha.
Yeah.
Can't even deal. Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes, yes.
Delicious.
Even egg,
Yes.
fresh egg. You instead of oil, you can add egg mixture.
Okay.
Then roll it gently, then put it on the pan.
Okay.
Yeah, so many varieties you can do it.
Get amongst it.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Okay. You're wondering where I put this. Look at that. Did you see that on the decam? Were you there, Matt? Good. I'm glad. See, so it's all about practice making perfect.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started making paratha?
Maybe 10, 11 years old. Very young.
Yeah. Was it one of the first dishes that you learned to cook?
No, lots of dishes.
Uh-huh.
Mainly to grind our Indian masala on the stone.
Yes.
We say like, I don't know in English.
Yeah, like a mortar and pestle. But
Mortar
it's
and pestle with the big like a base rectangle shape.
Wow.
On top small handle.
Yes.
We can do like this grinding.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I learned to do from there. Then slowly I started learning cooking. Mom also tested me.
So they didn't trust you with the heat straight away. First
Yeah.
they got you on the spice grinding just to make sure you knew what you were doing, and then they got you onto the heat.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But people, I suppose, assume that garam masala is just the same everywhere, but masala just means spice mix, right?
Spicy, yeah.
Yeah. So have you got a favourite spice that you love to cook with?
Yes, please. I'm my own curry powder.
Okay.
I make my curry powder every day, every time.
Amazing.
Yeah. Because I normally don't buy in the shops. If I buy, I won't prefer to buy again.
Yes. Well, that's the thing, that's what I very recently discovered, that curry powder that we buy in the shops, even something like Keen's curry powder, that's very much an English invention, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they put so much turmeric in it that it blasts all the other flavours out.
Yeah.
So the balance is sort of, have you got a ratio that you use?
Yes, please. Yeah. If can I say?
Of course, please.
2 kilo like dhania means coriander seeds.
Coriander seed, yes.
If you are 2 chili person, then add half a kilo chili.
Yep. So cayenne pepper, ground
other
chili,
normal
chili flakes.
Not chili flakes, chili powder or chili flakes.
Yep.
But here we don't have mill. Then I normally buy all powders.
Okay.
Then roast them.
Yep.
Then grind with the cumin, pepper.
Beautiful.
Measurement there. 2 kilo coriander seeds, 1 kilo chili.
Yep.
Half a kilo lentil. Lentil means chana dal, tuar dal, pepper, cumin, methi, mustard seeds. All like quarter kilo. All dry fry them.
Yep.
Then mix with the coriander powder and chili powder. Then turmeric quarter kilo, turmeric powder.
Yes.
Then mix all together and then blend in the blender. Then sieve.
I'm glad you're recording this because that just went in one ear, out the other, but I'm going to watch it back because you seem like someone that knows their way around a spice mix.
Yeah.
So the key, it sounds like coriander is the key spice.
Yeah.
Not
coriander and chili.
Coriander and chili.
Chili mainly like 2 kilo, half kilo like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
Even 1 kilo. I add 1 kilo.
Because you
2
love
kilo
it.
coriander. Yeah.
All about the heat. I love it.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
This is looking fabulous too.
Yeah.
Now, this one's already ready. This is I would call this the first pancake. The first pancake is never, I make that joke to my big brother. So here we go. Let's tear that. Ooh, yeah. So, okay. So spring onion actually is one of my favourite vegetables because you don't have to sweat it down. It's easy to cook with. Beautiful green colour. The flake, the sesame oil, the char. I don't mind the char.
As well. Yeah.
I'm all about it. Yum! That's really delicious.
Yeah, thank you.
You made it look really easy though.
Yeah, very easy one.
Which makes me worry that it's not going to be as easy when I try and make this at home, Subha.
Oh.
Is that true? Okay, so practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Don't worry if you make a mistake, because actually, even the one where we thought we burnt it a little bit is delicious. So yummy.
Yeah.
Yum, yum. I'm just going to keep eating this. But how would you serve this? It sounds like a really good
brought
breakfast
the
food.
dip and the dip it. Normally with curry.
Okay.
If you are chicken person, make chicken kurma, veg kurma, beef kurma, whatever kurma or curry. They say kurma.
Yep.
Curry means chicken curry, butter chicken.
Yes.
If you are running out time, no need to cook time with the pickle, any pickle or any dip.
Yum.
Even sauce for the children, tomato sauce, chili sauce. It's go with any dish. Yeah, even plain with the tea, coffee.
It's I don't think you even need to serve it with anything, because as you say, it's on its own.
Yeah.
It's moist. It's crunchy.
Crunchy, soft, feel full like that.
Yeah, the sweetness of the spring onion, but also the sweetness of the char, of the sesame oil, and the dough itself.
Yeah, yeah. But I didn't add sugar.
No,
yeah,
you don't need to.
Yeah, no need.
Ah.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I can see the pride in your face, because you know. You know. When you make something really good, you know. And Super
Happy.
knows. These are really great. And the recipe is here in the Flavours of Monash cookbook, which is launching today. I'm so glad that we did leave yours till last, because this is the one that I'm going to start with. I'm going to make this. I'm going to make Emmy's falafel to go with it. Why not? A bit of tahina, a bit of paratha. Why not? I'm going to carry on to making some more, maybe of that nasi ulam, which we got to taste as my salad component.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to, have a few spring rolls here and there, finish with the galak de bureko, go back in for another paratha.
Yeah. With the falafel.
With the falafel, exactly. And all together, I think that this encapsulates what the city of Clayton, what the city of Monash is all about. It's a melting pot. We use that term so much in Australia, but if you walk down the streets, if you see the shop after shop after shop, all the different cultures coming together, sharing their cuisines, sharing their culture, their ingredients, their tools of the trade. This is what food is all about. This is what cooking's all about. This is what I love about this space. And I'm so grateful to you for joining me, for joining us for a wonderful, wonderful presentation of the Flavours of Monash. I hope to see you again for the next launch of the next cookbook, Flavours of Monash 2. I've committed you now, City of Clayton. But for now, from me, from Subha, from everybody from today, thank you for tuning in. Take care, and we hope to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.
What a joy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yum.